did from 96 to 2003.
That's the third strike. How much time did you get? 25 to life.
And they don't give you no good time, good behavior. And all that.
You do 85% of whatever they gave.
I feel like my life on the line. Jungle in these streets, pick the streets on the line. Hustle to increase, put it all on the line. House to spouse, family freedom, walking yards on the line. Every day I wake for like my life on the line. Jungle in these streets, pick the streets on the line.
Yeah, what's going on, peoples? We back at it. This is On the Line podcast brought to you by JJ Fomby. I'm Junior. We bringing you another episode. We have a returning guest. Fomby, you want to get into who our returning guest is?
Yeah, I'll do so. But I just want all the squares to beware. We running it back. That's what we're doing. We're running this play back, and we have a guest today. He's a returning guest. He's more want to call him family.
Mm-hmm.
We have King Crooked I.
Oh yeah. Out of the LBC, if y'all didn't know. But before we hop into that, again, if you want to catch us, we're on Apple Music, iTunes, Google Pod, Apple Pod, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Roku, all those streaming sites. And once again, if we ain't there, we will get there. Just highlight us and let us know. But without further ado, we ain't going to get with the jaw jack and the yip yapping. Once again, we got a recurring guest coming on again out of LBC, King Crook. Welcome back to the show, sir.
What up, y'all? What up? What's the deal? How y'all doing, man?
Oh, yeah, we all good. Thank you for coming back again, man. Glad to have you back.
It's part 2, man, in the pandemic. You feel me?
Exactly what it is.
You know what I'm saying? Tell them to run that stimulus check, man.
Man, I was going to get. Hey, look. Hey, I didn't get the second one. Right? But I did my taxes at the LBC tax service in the city, man, and they're gonna run that in the check coming this next couple of weeks. I'm gonna need my share, man. I ain't no rich dude.
I ain't mad at you, man.
And my tax return. I'm gonna need my bread.
Yeah, run it.
Get the stimulus. Hey, get the stimulus so you can be stimulated, huh?
Yeah, man. Need that stimmy. You know what I'm saying? Need that
wrong with it, man.
Hey, look, man. Run me my bread, man. Run
real, Joe Biden. Come on, Joseph Biden, run that.
Oh, he didn't call him Joseph. Oh, he's serious. He didn't call him by his full name. He's serious, man. Look.
I'm gonna watch what I say. Because I'm waiting on mine to come in a direct deposit. So
man. Woo. So, Crook, since the last time you've been on, anything changed? Anything new? What's up with your big dog?
Oh man, just keep my foot on the gas pedal, man, and you know what I'm saying. Working on the new album still, trying to make sure that it's right, and featuring with a lot of different artists in the game right now. Doing collabos, and man, I've been traveling, and trying to. I'm getting ready to put out different types of content as far as express my love for hip hop in different ways, get behind the camera and direct and produce some things. So I've been getting that ready and preparing that, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to bring some of the flyest, dopest hip hop documentaries, hip hop TV series. I feel like a lot of the series that we have, and it ain't no knock on nobody, but a lot of it is just drama. When you turn to VH1 and you turn to these certain channels, a lot of it is just drama. It's drama driven. It got to be some sort of beef between the characters. It got to be some sort of, pettiness and things of that nature. But hip hop as a culture is so much more than that. So I just want to be the one to bring the camera into the, the culture in a different way, though, from a different perspective,
As you should. Why not? It's a great idea. I'm glad you're able to execute it.
Thanks, bro. Hell yeah, we need that, man. I'm working on something for the city too. We can't really, I can't go too far, but I just feel like, put it this way, Long Beach City don't get enough respect in the world of hip hop as far as cities that brought a lot of contributions to the culture. You know what I'm saying? We talk about Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, all the New York boroughs, they get theirs. We hear Atlanta a lot. They on a great run. We talk about different places in the South. I just don't feel like Long Beach is in that conversation like it should be. And it's our duty to make sure that Long Beach is in that conversation. So
yes, sir.
I got some projects that I'm working on to try to fix that.
Your business, Captain. Handle it. Because I feel the same way. Everything you said, I feel the same way. Junior, that was crazy what he said. You think about what he just said, huh?
Yeah. We were just talking about that about last week or so.
Yeah. But I didn't know he had a project. I just want to let you know, Mr. Crooked, Mr. Fomby has a project himself he's working on, but you'll be privy to seeing and hearing about it. You know what I mean? And he's going to tell you a few, but I'm not I'm not a rapper, singer, or dancer. I'm just a regular old street nigga, man.
Hey, but guess what? That's good. Let's get it from all angles.
I got you. Yeah, it's all good, baby. But look, I'm gonna let some things I need to let the professionals let the professionals do.
Hey, and, I'm the same way, dog. Because a lot of people don't know. I used to make beats. Man. But I took a page out of your book. I let the professionals do it. You feel me?
Well, if you think about it, nobody was a professional until they became a professional. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know if you're gonna be a professional until but I guess some people, attention span to that, like, nah, I'm good. I'll move on to something else. You gotta know I'm not good at this, but I'll do something else. So
Right. I kept finding people that had better beats. I was like, you know what? I was doing it out of pure necessity of not having connections, not having no relationships with producers. So it was like, we going to go take initiative. We going to do it ourselves. And we ain't got nobody to do it for us. So once I started being able to connect with different producers and I was hearing them and they had a strong passion and it just sounded better than my beats, I was like, I'm going to let the professionals do it. Like, all right, y'all can have this, but don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I was making some super weak shit. You feel me?
Right.
But it was cool, man. I like it because it really gave me the opportunity to view the game from the producer side, the rapper side, eventually the business side. So I got a lot of respect for everybody who plays different positions because I tried them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's all good. It just added to the perspective, you know what I mean? And it's cool. I'm gonna get back on the turntables though. I used to scratch.
I think we all did that when we started off fucking up our mama records.
Yeah, you know that.
Man.
Nigga in there scratching Rufus and Shaka Khan.
Hey, then when she go play it for her friends when they had that little get together, that shit be skipping and jumping. Oh, she coming to look for your ass.
Hey, sweet thing, sweet thing.
Yeah. They ain't got beat up a million times, motherfucker, with them albums, them LPs. Hey, look, Crook, check this out, dog. I think with this morning. Earlier this morning or sometime today, right? You posted that alley, man.
Yes.
That you grew up in.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna say something to you, dog. I'm surprised you ain't fucked up as much as you is already. I'll tell you, man, that alley, we used to have a spot down there. I don't know, I think I remember when y'all was living down there because I can't, some things I can't say, but that alley was active as fuck. If you talking about the late and the earlys of this and that, right?
Yeah.
That motherfucker was cracking all the way down to PCH. It was activities.
Yes, sir. You better believe it. It was active, man.
Boy.
You look out that window, it's all going down. You know what I'm saying? You come outside, it's all going down, man.
Yeah. Because the homie, we had a spot down there in the apartments down closer to PCH.
Yeah.
And we was doing our thing and shit, man. And there was some other people that lived a little bit farther. Actually, that alley, it was some people that started their organization out that alley. You dig what I'm saying? They started out that alley. That was like one of their little spots way back then.
Yeah.
Now they became a big organization inside the city. So I was tricked when I saw it. I'm like, wait a minute. And you said this, and I'm like, wait a minute. Man, that motherfucker was holes all down in the alley. All kind of shit was going on down in that motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Man, it
was really popping, man. And you know, I used to walk down the alley to PCH, you know what I'm saying? And you'll see everything in the world by the time you get to PCH, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And, but I moved around the east side a lot, you know what I mean? And you know, we stayed there for some years. And then I'm gonna post another clip. I'm just posting clips of different places that I lived growing up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that particular alley, man, was just really, it was something to me because I came up with some of the first bars that I used to rap. When I went to I was signed to Chucky Miller and Leonard Russell, two brothers, A-Ball, two brothers out of the city. For those who don't know, they became professional NFL players. You know what I'm saying? And they brought some of that NFL money back to the community and started a record label called Muscle Records. And it stood for Chucky Miller, the M, and Leonard Russell, Miller and Russell, Muscle. And you know, they did their thing. We had the studio on Willow and Atlantic in the back alley in this building. And I used to walk from that alley that I posted. Y'all can go to my Instagram, everybody listening, and go look at that post of the alley on Palmer Court, 20th. I used to walk all the way to the studio. So I had to get my rhymes ready right there because I like to go in the studio prepared. I don't really, even if I'm going to come up with something new in the studio, I still like to have some rhymes, some songs, some ideas on standby because I don't like to waste a lot of time when I get in there. I want to get straight to work. So I was coming up with bars in that alley, walking all the way to Willow, you know what I mean, and doing music with Chucky Miller. My homie LC Rose was making the beats. And, you know, y'all could go check LC Rose. He's still in the game, Long Beach Most Wanted. Yeah, dog. So it's just a lot of memories, man. And I feel like a lot of new fans, they don't know nothing about my story. So it's time for me, you know, to kind of retell it and show people the way I grew up and the things I seen and what made me become who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Well understood. I remember when Chucky and Russell Leonard, we'll call him 8-Ball, used to do cannons down there, like club cannons down there. You know, that was a nice little spot till it got ruined. It wasn't because of them, it was just because of the stuff that was going on back in those days, man. And I really look back, and those was real businessmen that grew up in the hood and became businessmen.
Yes, sir.
It was hard for us, dudes was running around in the streets to really grasp that concept. Had the frame of mind I'm in today, and the frame of mind of yourself and others would have been more smart at that time to really latch on to the game that they was pushing. I said game, not game, knowledge, business knowledge. Yeah, and the whole thing will be totally different, man. You know what I mean? It'll be a totally different thing, man. And I give a shout out to them, man, for having that ability and do it, and then had to deal with all the ruckus that was around them. Yeah, trying to make that manifest. So that was a doozy there.
Yeah, bro. You just said it, man. That shit is so real. Like when you said the ruckus around and make that manifest, and we used to go through it, man. And you brought back memories, like people tripping at the studio, trying to shut it down, and politics in on the east side, and it wasn't. Them dudes really stayed focused. Came up with a big studio, and next thing you know, Snoop coming by the studio when he hot. Warren coming over there, Nate Dogg coming over there. For a young kid like me with a food stamp card in my pocket, that was big inspiration. You know what I'm saying? To be able to see the homies from the city that blew up and made it, come around to the studio and listen to what we doing. You know what I mean? Like, some of those things are what keeps the battery in your back to keep going. Because a lot of times you want to stop. You don't want to go no more. You tired. You know what I mean? You trying. You at all the talent shows. You doing all the open mics. You making demo tapes. You taking trains and buses all over the place, trying to get your name out there, and it feel like ain't nothing working, and you ready to give up. And then Snoop Dogg walk in the session. And, you just seen him on Yo MTV Raps and Rap City, and he like, listen, you can make it. Keep going. Sometimes that's all it takes. But he wouldn't put a walk in there if Chucky and Leonard didn't build it. You know, it's like that movie. If you build it, they will come. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big shout out to them, man. They really did that.
Yeah, for sure. I laugh. I got somebody hit me up. I don't know. After the second show, I got a call. And do you remember a gentleman by the name of Torture?
Yes,
Torch.
I do.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, when he was on the yard with me back in the years ago, and I'm gonna say something. That boy was talented, man. He say when you had that 19th Street compilation that came out, we had that on the yard, man. That's the bump, and he was like, "Man, let me hear that, man." I didn't know he could rap.
Yeah,
I wasn't concerned about no rap like homies on the yard. Could you? That ain't what I'm asking you.
Yeah,
I want you to put these up.
yeah.
Can you use this when we need to use that?
Yeah, for sure.
Not your rhyming shit. We ain't about all that.
Yeah, you in a whole nother environment now.
Exactly. So it was a shock to say, man, I know him. And he called off the homies' names on the tape and everything, man. That's that boy was rapping on the yo, and I said to myself, damn, when he rocked the whole building, it was like 250 people in there rapping, right? 200 people in the building, and I'm talking about all races.
Yeah,
this fool would rap so hard that he would have the whole building, the police and all, and the people had our medication. They would look at him, and I was like, man, hey, what is you doing on the yard with us?
Yeah, he was dope. Torture was dope, man.
Yeah. Because he said he rapped with you. We was like, is that right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I know who he is. I'm like, you sure? Because you on the yard, he out there on the street. You sure you know him? But he just told me to let you know, send this to you, man. That's all.
Hey, man, you know what? I love that, man, because they count a lot of us out. You know? Yeah. And when I look at the 19th Street compilation, man, it's a lot of rest in peace names on there. And it's a lot of people doing 25 or more on there. And I was in the same room with them. We was all sharing our dreams. Like, we just want to make it out, you know what I mean? And get our music out to the world. And to hear stories about like Torture and he's doing okay. And, he's still above ground. That's a beautiful thing to me, man, because a lot of people didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? A lot didn't make it, man. So I love hearing stories like that, man. You know what I mean? Like, and he had bars from me, like, man. I always remember this one thing. He said, I put something in your brain like a whole bottle of Tylenol. And I used to, every time I seen him, I'd be like, yeah, that Tylenol line you said that day. You know what I'm saying? And we just laughing and shit. But he was dope. It was a lot of talented brothers in Long Beach, man. Like, we had a kid named Moses. He could spit bars and bars and bars and just keep going forever. Like, we had like the TFA movement, you know what I'm saying, with radio, of course, and all that, Double C, Double J, all that. It was just so many talented dudes. Hobo was doing his thing. You know what I mean? Like, dog, even producers, Keith Clark and Dave Knight, and it's just, the list goes on, my brother. So it's just like, we need to get ours out here. People got to respect that we got a deep history when it comes to hip hop. And then, some of it is attached to the streets, some ain't. It just need to be recognized. That's one of my missions, to make sure that people are informed about it.
You know what, Crook? Not only in hip hop though, bruh, it's a lot of athletes that come out of the beach too, as well. Some real dope athletes that made it to the league.
Heck yeah, dog. That's what I'm saying. Polly kept turning them out. And, you know, that's what we was talking about with Chucky Miller and Leonard Russell. Like,
oh, yeah.
Being 16, 17 around straight up NFL players. You know, how many people get to sit around people that's in the league and absorb game from them? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a blessing.
Yeah, when you see him on Sunday and then that week, you like, damn, I just seen him run a touchdown on TV. Now he's right here. It's
he's
just,
right here. You
know?
It
does something to you, man, when you young like that, bro.
Yeah, man. We can't keep getting success and never coming back to where we from. We can't keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because the kids need that motivation and inspiration. You might come back just one day and say something that'll stick in some kid's mind, and he gonna keep chasing his dream until he get there because of what you said on one day.
Yeah,
you're right. I can't say nothing but you're right, because I had another phone call came in yesterday, man, about my high school coach, man. He ain't doing so well, man, and he used to come through the hood. I mean, all through the set when activity was at its highest pinnacle of the gang banging. And he used to pull up on Elm Street between Hill and 2-1 and 2-3, right? White man pull up in a work truck. And they would look like, back then they used to, you know, everybody would come up in the hood like that, and the truck was the police. They gonna pull up and jump out and chase you down and whatever, kill you, whatever. And he had the homies that gave him a pass to pull in with a work truck. He used to pick all the homies, caught a few of the homies, rest in peace, that was living at that time, would jump in the work truck. And he would come to the hood and pick us up for football practice, take us down to Long Beach Wilson, and that was practice, do our thing, buy something to eat, bring us back to the set, drop us off, because like the homies lived on Pasadena, Swamp, you know what I'm saying, different streets in the hood. And he would drop it off. He was doing this for years.
Wow.
When he would pull up, the G homies would see him and be like, oh, now that's the coach, homie. That ain't the police.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen nobody had that bus car to slide through that like that at that time.
Ain't that something?
Man, you know what I mean? So it was, you know, I'm gonna go check on him, man. You know, send my prayers to him. But then what you said, the impression that he put on us as a white man coming in the hood, dealing with black kids, but no one else would.
Young black and wild kids at that.
Oh no, yeah. It's a story to be told one day. But I was just looking at what he said, a coach, and being impressed, and kids are being had an impression upon them by you know, seeing and hearing what they're doing, and you know what I mean. So that does give kids motivation and give them the stride to keep living, to keep fighting. You know what I mean? Having that type of person around you, you know. So yeah, influence. Influential people. Even though they wouldn't, some of the coaches that coach football, basketball, any sports, some of them might not made it to the league, but they legends in the hood. I can count on 3 or 4 of them right now that are legends in the hood. And the kids, you know, they mentor kids without getting paid for it. They wouldn't get paid for it. They just did it from the heart. They didn't want to see you get gunned down. They didn't want to see you pushing the set. They want to see you doing something better. You know what I mean? So yeah, I got it. I just had to throw that out there, man.
That's beautiful. I love it. I love that shit, man, because all too often everybody get their change and they skirt, never come back. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And act like they ain't from there. It's like,
don't never mention it.
Yeah, never mention it. Real quick, Crook, are you up? I mean, I know you know you have a lot going on, but are you up for any questions from, you know, some viewers and people who tuning in?
At all times, man. Let's interact.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody want to know, have you ever reached out to any of these producers for your new album?
The producers that I started off with in the city?
I'm assuming so, yes.
Yeah, man, because I'm telling the whole story on this one. So I'm trying to involve the people that played a role in my life. You know what I'm saying? So I reached out to Chucky Miller the other day and asked him to speak on one of the joints. Come and talk about, you know, how it was from his perspective signing me at such a young age. And, you know, I don't know his perspective on that. I know my perspective. So I asked him to talk, you know, LC Rose, who I mentioned. I reached out to him, you know, he shot me a couple beats. I did a joint, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, definitely, because I feel like if I tell the whole story, I'll be able to work with the people that helped me become who I am. You know what I'm saying? And show respect and my gratitude towards them, you know what I mean, for believing in me, because it takes them to believe in you. They're not just going to produce anybody. They're not just going to give beats to anybody. They saw something, they believed, it helped me get to another level, and then somebody else helped me get to another level. So I want to make sure, you know what I mean, that I try to involve as many people as possible. You know what I mean?
I have a question for you that, you know, a lot of people don't believe or don't follow the method, but as long as you've been in the game and you didn't rap with a lot of people, did different music ventures, people still think that you don't need a coach, or what type of coach you would need. Would you say a producer is kind of like a coach in the studio?
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think this is how it is for me personally. Since you're right, I've been in it for 20 plus. So, and that's on a professional level. So I have to super respect and trust the producer if I'm gonna follow his lead on what he want me to do. You know what I'm saying? Now, some kid that's wet behind the ears just got in the game saying, just do this. He might have a good idea, you know, but I might, if I'm disagreeing with that idea, I'm going to just, you know, call that shot on that one. Like, you know what? I'm going to just do what I'm doing. But for instance, you know, I was in with Dre one day and he was like, hey, Crook, I want you to flow a rhyme pattern like this. Pop, 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 pop. And that's Dr. Dre. No problem. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? I trust you. You are the GOAT. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, shit.
You know? So I just think that's how it is. But as far as when you're on your come up, I think you do have to trust a lot of producers, man. And you got to be coachable just like on the field. You know what I mean? That's why I tell a lot of young artists is be coachable. I know you on the wave right now and you think that some of these older niggas don't have nothing to add to what you doing because they did it in a different way back in the day and you doing it this way now. And you might think they outdated and all that. But if somebody been in it for a long time and they got love for you, ain't nothing but positivity gonna come out of that. So try it. Give it a shot what he's trying to tell you to do. You don't like it, we scrap it and move to the next. But I just encourage these young artists to be real coachable because no matter how much talent you got, if you gonna always disrupt the locker room, you're getting kicked off the team at one point. You know what I'm saying?
You out of there.
Yeah.
So we have another question coming in from one of the viewers. If you can work with anyone, who would it be? And it don't have to be a hip hop artist.
Man, that's crazy, man. Well, I got a long list. You know what I'm saying? Because I really love music. You know what I mean? So for those that are not here anymore, Michael Jackson, Prince, James Brown, Miles Davis, you know what I'm saying? Donny Hathaway, Marvin Gaye, you know what I mean? Like to be able to collaborate, Stevie Wonder, he's here, but to collaborate with those kind of guys, you know, the kind of guys who was on this label.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
That ain't Sugar Hill, is it?
That's Motown.
Motown. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I
You
got
see what I'm saying? People that made classic music, timeless music, would love to collab with. You know, when it comes to hip hop, man, I've been very blessed to collab with, you know, 95% of the people that I wanted to, the people that I used to hang up on my walls and the poster and all that. I got an opportunity to work with, you know what I mean? Like
that's huge, bro.
Rap, Big Daddy, you know, Rakim and Dr. Dre, and you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's only a few people left. Oddly enough, I never did any musical work with DJ Quick. I know Quick. I interviewed Quick. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't never did no music with Quick, and I think he a genius. And Ice Cube. I never did nothing with Ice Cube. And that's crazy, man, because I came this close one time. We was doing something and our paths crossed and at Dre's studio. But yeah, Ice Cube would be another one, man. But I thank God, man, because sometimes you gotta really realize the blessings and count your blessings. You know what I'm saying? Because people sometimes we so busy working, we forgetting that we used to own this man's poster on the wall, and now this man is calling you a legend. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very thankful, very grateful, man. And that's a dope question because there's still some people I would love to work with. And even unknown people. You know what I'm saying? It ain't all about big names and all that. There's some unknown people that's out there right now that's really talented, man, that I love to get down with because, you know, we love making music.
For sure. So, let me ask you this question. Oh, we got a question. No, go and bring it back up, Control.
Someone wants to know Shadowlands _1. What's up, Shadowlands _1? He wants to know, what is your favorite verse or feature Crook did?
Woo.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, that's a good ass question. Let's hear this answer.
Yeah, Shadowlands. You be on Twitter. I know who you are. You come up in here asking these hard questions.
I want to see this answer here, boy.
Hey, bro.
You got catalog.
Yeah, it's very hard for me to answer that because I say this. My favorite verse, I haven't written it yet.
Woo.
Oh, good answer.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I'm in search of that. And when I find it, I'll be like, yo, okay, mission accomplished. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still in search of that. And I love it like that, man, because I like that energy when your back is against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's pressure. You know what I'm saying? Because that's that energy that bring out greatness. You know what I'm saying? It's do or die. Like we took the rap shit the same way as the other codes of the street and all that. That's how we took the hip hop shit. Like, we gonna die for this if we got to. It's rap or nothing. We don't got no plan Bs. We ain't got none of that. You know what I'm saying? And we really went hard like that. You know what I'm saying? So I like when the pressure is on, man. So, you know, I'm not satisfied. I do got verses that I do like. I do got, you know, Goodbye. I got to talk about my Uncle Leroy who passed away of cancer. You know what I'm saying? On that verse. That's a special verse to me. You know what I mean? Because my uncle believed in me when a lot of people in my family didn't. He used to live in Carson in the DAs. You know what I'm saying? He was the fire chief of Inglewood. And, you know, I used to come ride the bus and the train to his house and be like, I got a meeting at a record label to play my demo. He used to let me hop in the Acura. The Acura was the hottest whip on the streets. He used to let me hop in the Acura Legend, push up to Hollywood and play my demos and take meetings with labels and throw me a couple bucks so I could get a new outfit. You know what I'm saying? You know, so he was really, man, that was my heart. So to be able to do it on the Slaughterhouse album, Goodbye, and talk about my uncle, man, that's a special verse. And then my mom, you know, her sister, her twin sister, you know, was murdered. And you know, she used to always pat me on my back when I was 9, 10, 11, rapping around the house. She's like, say that rap again, nephew, you know what I'm saying? And she was always, you know, very motivational for me. So I got a chance to do a verse about her too on a song, Slaughterhouse song called Raindrops. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and that's what that's about. Okay.
Yeah, man. And you know, that's a special verse to me too, because when she passed, it really crumbled me, you know, because it's like looking at your mom. They was identical twins. It's like looking at your mom as
in your life.
Yeah. So, you know, that's a special verse. And then, you know, that's the emotional stuff. But I got another verse on My Life, a Slaughterhouse song called My Life, that I really like too, because it symbolized going through a lot of ups and downs in the industry and getting back to a major label, a major situation when we was counted out. You know what I'm saying? That verse means something to me. And I can go home, man. Shit, I ain't bullshitting. That's one of my favorites too. But like I said, dog, I'm trying to still figure it out. Like when I was off the camera, when I interviewed Rakim, and I said the same thing to Eminem. I said, hey, what do y'all think is the next level of rhyming? We done did everything we can do. What's the next level? What's the next chamber? What's the next door we can open that's brand new that nobody ever did, and we can be impactful with it? What is that? And they both was like, man, that's what I keep asking myself. See, I love that energy because we not done, and we hungry to still do something new. We hungry to still dig deep inside ourselves and pull out something that we didn't even know we could do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's the energy. But yeah, man, I ain't found that verse yet. It's coming though.
We got some more questions, Junior.
Sean Watson. Shout out to Sean Watson. He wants to know about your historic original hip hop weeklies.
Woo!
Hey man, is that shouts out to Watson too, man. You know what? He's the guy who actually told me, because they got he got a podcast called PSA Hip Hop. And it's one of my favorite podcasts, him and 3, because they like us. They know this shit. How when we was off camera talking about Larry Smith and Houdini and the Fat Boys and all that, yeah, they can jump right in that conversation with us, and they know it. You know what I'm saying? Just like we know it. So that's why I love them. But one time I was talking to him, and he put some idea in my mind, and it stuck. I always wanted to contribute a classic body of work, like an album, to the game, because I felt like, okay, that's what I'm missing. I done rapped with everybody. I done went around the world. I done been on the cover of XXL 3 times. I done been on the cover of The Source. I done been in billboards in Beverly Hills. I done shot videos with everybody in the game, worked with everybody. I done ghostwrited songs for people that's multi-platinum. I did all these things, but I wanted to bring a classic body of work to the table. And I was telling him that, and he was like, well, wait a minute. Your Hip Hop Weekly series is a classic body of work for you. It is your Illmatic. It is your Doggy Style. And I had to really think about that, because I definitely changed the game. So for me, if you go claim something as classic, it needs to be somewhat of a game changer. It needs to have had super impact. And I changed the game, dog, with that. I changed the way artists, labels, A&Rs, all that strategize how they get an artist hot. Because what I was doing was I was releasing songs once a week for a whole year. So I released 52 songs. At this time, not only was people not trying to release free music, but they wasn't trying to drop every week. You know what I'm saying? Like, boom, boom. After I did that, Kanye took a page out of my book. He had Good Music Mondays. Every Monday they was dropping new music. T.I. I could name a super list, and it changed the way new artists who are trying to get hot, it changed the way that they approach getting hot, getting a buzz. So now all over the world, young rappers are dropping music once a week. You know what I mean? To get their weight up. Or heavyweight rappers are dropping once a week until their album come out to promote, to lead up to their album. So that once a week music time frame, I created that. You know what I mean? It didn't exist before I did it. You know what I'm saying? And I changed the game. And then after that, that put me on the cover of the first freshman cover of the Double XL. You know what I'm saying? Because of that series. So not only did it change the game, but it impacted the game enough for them to say, hey, we need to put you on the cover of our magazine for that. You know what I'm saying? And then I was also able to tour and generate income off of that. So it wasn't record sales income, but it was tour money.
Correct. Right.
So I checked a bunch of boxes off with that move right there. You know what I'm saying? And I just did it at the right time, man. It was MySpace was popping, and people were starting to get on social media, and I gave them something to talk about once a week. You know what I mean? And it was a beautiful thing. So yeah, man, shouts out to Watson, man. You know what I mean? Straight up.
Yeah, we got another question, Junior.
Actually, we do. We do. All right. This question is coming in from Julie Key. Hey, Julie Key, how you doing? When is Crooked going to make a documentary about his life/career?
Man, pretty soon. I think in the next couple of years for sure. Like, I'm still writing the book. And I'm when I say that, I mean, you know, there's still chapters to be written in my career, but I'm almost there. So when I get to, you know, where I feel like this is it, I'm going to tell the whole story, because I think that I got the story of an underdog, and I feel like a lot of people would be really surprised to know some of the things that I've been involved with behind the scenes, you know, in the hip hop culture. And then it ain't easy to survive long enough to become who you're supposed to be.
Yeah, buddy.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, plenty of times I was on the other end of a barrel of a gun in my life. You know what I'm saying? It's some times when they could have got me out of here. You know what I mean? And by the blessings of God, I'm still here. And, you know, those types of things just make me think. And then the good times, you know, like, man, I was on Death Row Records, man. That was one of the biggest labels in history. You know what I'm saying? In hip hop history. So there's a lot of untold story there, because people focus on Snoop, Pac, Dre era. Don't really focus on the last chapter of Death Row, but there was a lot going on in that last chapter. And I was on Death Row pretty much longer than anybody else, because Snoop ended up leaving and, you know, all that. So my whole thing is there's a lot of story there. We got Lisa Left Eye Lopez coming over there, rapping under the name Nina.
Petey Pablo.
Petey Pablo came over there. You know what I'm saying? We had, like I said, the feds rushing the building. We had undercovers working as security. We had drivers who, you know, our car service would jump in and he supposed to drive you somewhere, but he got cameras inside the headrest recording, you know, the conversations and all that type of stuff. Like, it was a lot. And in the streets, it was going down too. So it was a lot of stuff on just that. And that's only one chapter. You know, I started off on Muscle. That's a whole story. Then I went to Virgin Records with New Tribe, with the Loonies.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a whole story. Then Death Row story. Then I went independent, went down south, got with some D-boys down there, and was ghostwriting for all they artists. You know what I'm saying? And coming back to Long Beach, caked up, and people was like, where you getting all this money at? You know?
Don't even trip. Don't even trip.
Don't worry about all that. Don't
You
worry
know,
about all that.
I got all these stories, man, and you know, just working with Murder Inc.
Oh,
know,
that's another heavy record label, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's just a lot, man. And being on the East and, you know, man, just my travels, I seen a lot. And I just think it'll be a great story, man. So, yeah, soon, man, we're going to talk about it, man, because I would like people to know exactly who I am. And I would like a piece of work that outlives me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So my great-grandchildren could go back and they'll know exactly who I was. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, if you let other people tell the story of who you are, it ain't gonna be the right thing.
No,
they gonna take something out or embellish a little bit.
Yeah. So you know, I definitely want to do that. Plus, I want to inspire people because people gotta get it in their head. When it comes to success, it's all about what your definition of success is. You know what I'm saying? And I want people to know that I'm grateful for the position that I'm in. You know what I mean? Like people, like, man, you should be selling records like Drake. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, but listen, dog, if you come from where I come from, what I'm doing right now, I'd be a fool not to be grateful. I'd be disrespectful to the blessings from God if I was ungrateful and just focus on where I could be. You know what I'm saying? So
speak on
that type of shit in the story too. So these young artists can say, okay, man, if this dude could go through all that with these different labels and ups and downs and, you know, getting blackballed and all this other stuff and overcoming that, then I could do it too. You know, I could put my hard hat and boots on and I could make it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We have one more question, if that's okay with you, Crook.
Yeah, man, let's get it.
Hold up, Junior. Hold up. We're gonna ask that question. But for all the viewers who are looking, you can push that subscribe button and hit that like button and leave a comment. Repeat, you can push that subscribe button. That's the button that says subscribe on it, and it's red. You touch it till it's not red no more, and you'll be subscriber.
Real talk.
Yes, sir. So, excuse me, Mr. Junior, for interrupting, but I had to.
All good, man.
And we are all the streaming. We on all streaming platforms. Any streaming platform that's out that streams podcasts, we're on there. And we're on Roku TV and demand and Vivimo. I said that correct. On demand.
That is correct. Let's see that question again. Shoot that, Controls. This is from H1. Crook, are you doing live shows this year?
Oh man. I wonder if that's Hell One. Shout out to Hell One if it is. Live shows. I got offered a few live shows. I just think it's kind of premature because it's like, you know, I still don't know what's going on with this thing out there, this COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, you know, a lot of people feel like it's a hoax, or some people feel like it ain't gonna hurt me, or you know. But I got people who pass away from it, so you know, I'm gonna take it serious. But I gotta get back on the stage because that's part of my life. That's part of my dream. You know what I'm saying? Is to get on that stage and connect with people for real. I jump in the crowd on my shows. You know what I'm saying? I don't just stay on the stage. I go into the crowd, you know, because hip hop didn't start with somebody above somebody else. It started with everybody together. You feel me? So I jump down into the crowd and I have fun with the crowd. And I talk to them and, you know, I rap. I do my songs right there in the middle of the crowd. Some of them go back up on stage. I just really like interacting with people who love the culture. So I have to do that. This year, I don't know. You know, we're going to see how everything go when they open things back up. You know what I'm saying? And if they open everything back up and everything is cool and we got some sort of a system, you know, when it comes to live shows, yeah, I'm gonna be back there. I'm gonna be back up on the stage. You know what I mean? I got to, because I got some hyenas with me called the Horseshoe Gang. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta let them off the leash. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, gotta do it.
Hey, listen, Crook, I'm gonna be the first one, but I might have mentioned to you, but I'm gonna be the first one to let you know. The Wire Entertainment welcomes you, and anytime you're ready to be a part of a concert or throw a concert, we can accommodate you on that. The Wire Entertainment. Remember this.
Yeah.
However you want to do it, we can do it, man. Just want to put that out on the table.
That's
all
it.
I got to say.
Listen, man. Good. I don't care. I'll pull up in a van with some motherfucking beats in it and jump out with a microphone in the parking lot, and we'll do a show right there. I don't care. I come from that real MC cloth.
Listen, we got a truck. We got a boy Prime Time got a truck with nothing but speakers all in.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
You could just, wherever you want, we could throw a block party, nobody come around, but they could come out to the outside and just throw the speakers up. We got call a pop-up, you know what it's called, a pop-up.
Yeah, the pop-up. We'll do pop-up shows all around. I wanted to do that anyway.
Now, but you know, I know we had to talk. I didn't want to slide that out there on you, but whenever you ready, dog, when you safe, we feel safe. It's on you, dog. We can make that happen at the Wired Entertainment for sure. You got any more questions?
Yeah, I got one for me.
Oh, okay.
Without mentioning any names. Have anybody ever tried to get you on a song and you was like, nah, I'm good?
Yeah, a whole lot of people, bro.
Okay, just throwing it out, just asking.
Hey, all money ain't good money, bro.
Yeah, I heard that.
But you know what though? It's a lot of, and I do probably more songs with up and coming rappers than probably anybody in the game. My engineer just told me in the last 12 months I did over 100 features. You know what I'm saying? So
you ain't talking about Activision.
Oh, shout out Active. Active is the boy, man. That's the nephew. But my engineer, Jimbo.
Oh, okay.
You know, out here at the Frank Nitty Gritty Arc Studios. You know what I'm saying? Shout to them.
Okay.
But, yeah, dog. Now I get thousands and thousands of requests to do songs with independent artists. I usually go off of the vibe. You know what I'm saying? If they hit me on some real humble and passionate about the art, you know, then, and if I got it in my schedule, I'll knock something down for them. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, dog, did over 100 features, man, in the last year. So, but there are people I have to say no to, man.
Yeah, and to that, it's not only up and coming; it's somebody who already in the game too.
Oh yeah, better believe it. You know, there's some people right now that I said no to in the past that went on to become superstars.
Woo, that's heavy. Did you foresee that, or you were just like in your own little tunnel?
I was all about the culture and the art. I didn't really care for, you know, the gimmicks. So I knew that they could blow just based on their gimmicks and what they was doing, or just because, you know, a lot of stuff that's not too good sells, you know. So I knew anybody can get it. Anybody can blow up. Anybody can, you know what I'm saying? I didn't think that they was, you know, never gonna make it, but it just wasn't for me, because it was just like, you know, I'm trying to keep this shit certified. You know what I mean? And, you know, yeah, I don't want to put that kind of cut on the dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Trying to keep it as pure as possible.
Look at wrong.
One thing about conversating with you, man, you know, you are truly. Oh, never mind. We got one more question for you, Cook. One more from the guest. Go ahead and shoot that, Control.
This is live. This is not a game. This is for real. Repeat, this is live.
This is from the Slavinator. Will we see Slaughterhouse reunion?
Man, I saw a picture of Joe Budden and Royce the 5'9" on Instagram yesterday, man. And they was in Royce's studio. So no matter what they was talking about, I know Slaughterhouse came up. I didn't call them because I'm just waiting on them to call me. You know what I'm saying? Because they already know I'm always ready to go. It ain't nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they hit me and like, hey man, what you doing Monday? Nothing. Can you come to Detroit? I'll be there. You know?
That's you.
Yeah.
That's how you really get in.
You know what I'm saying? If they call me, I'll be there. No problem. You know, but as far as the Slaughterhouse reunion, I believe that we need closure. The fans need closure. The group need closure. I think we need to at least do one more. You know what I'm saying? Put some music together. Everybody's in a different space than they was when we started the group. I feel like we got a lot to talk about now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's been some years, man. Like, the people don't realize it, but the last Slaughterhouse album came out in 2012.
That was a minute ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think we dropped a mixtape or something after that. But as far as official albums, you know, Welcome to Our House was the last official album. That came out in 2012. The brand is so solid, and we made such an impact on the culture that even 9-10 years later, people will hear from us. You know what I'm saying? And that's a beautiful feeling. I just think that, you know, we need closure, and I think we could get together and make some great music. Royce is a producer now. He wasn't a producer back then. He's a producer now. He produced the first single off M's last album. He produced his whole entire album that's nominated for Rap Album of the Year by the Grammys. You know what I'm saying? This year. So that element, that's new. We need that. Then you got Joe, who been doing his podcast thing and elevating and has the #1 rap podcast in the world. He got a story to tell now, you know, that's different. You feel me? So Joel been releasing, he's still been firing. He ain't stopped. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all of us got different reasons why I think we can make some gumbo, put it all in a pot, you know what I mean, and do something that the world will love and fuck with. So yes, if I got anything to do with it, yeah, you know, I think Slaughterhouse will have a reunion. You know what I mean?
Okay. You got any more questions? You got any questions? Any more live questions coming in? Control. Well, until we get any more questions, since you last was on the show, we had a discussion about
So when you look at historic rap, you know, because rap, let's not even call it rap. Let's call it hip hop because it's a culture. When you look at stuff like that, it's like educational. Who started, you know, as NFL, Major League Baseball, NBA, all the players come to the league, know their history about the Hall of Famers and everybody before them. You a great hip hop historian, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
And that shows not even where, I'm gonna go read a couple of things then talk about it. No. You have studied hip hop from the beginning. You can tell by the way you talk and how you can feel the passion in your voice about hip hop, and that's a good thing, man. And that's what keep our culture and the genre of music and hip hop going.
Yes, and I encourage all the young artists to do the same. Look, you don't gotta sound like them guys from the past. You don't gotta rap like them, but tip your hat, salute, research, study, because mastering your craft equals longevity. You'll be in the game a long time when you study and try to master what you do. You know what I'm saying? Get better and better. You don't want to be a one-hit wonder, get all the women for 3 months, all the chains and all the whips and then be gone the next year. You want to be able to go for 20-some years, put your kids through college with rap money and live off of it. You know what I'm saying? So all that comes back down to your craft. KRS-One could drop an album right now like he did just recently because he's a real MC, student of the game, hip-hop historian. He could still do that. But we can't name them one-hit wonders from his era. They don't, rap music right now. They can't because they took it as a hustle instead of taking it as a passion and something that you in love with. Now, you got to bring hustle to the table. But I'm just saying, you got to love it, fall in love with your craft. That makes the longevity. Do your research on the history of hip hop, and all of my older guys, the veteranos, that's in the game right now. We can't be too harsh on the youngsters, man. I know when we was young, we was really, really plugged in and tapped in. But now it's a lot of distractions. It's social media. It's all these different, things going on. They traumatized watching people die on the internet every day. You know what I'm saying? They live in a different world, so we got to give them time sometimes to mature into their artistry. We can't just be on their head like, oh, y'all making that whack shit. Get out of here with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because really it's our job to show them whatever we can. Any kind of jewels we got, it's our job to pass them to them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to the older cats because we need to bridge that gap. Fuck that division. Let's be about this unity. The young kids out there, they doing their thing, but they out there killing each other on Instagram over rap bars. They doing some wild shit. And it's like, yo, we need to step in, the veterans, and be like, yo, we survived some shit. Yo, listen, man. Treat this as something that you fall in love with. Go back and listen. Because like speaking with the veterans, the other day I seen somebody on Twitter say, yo, I can't get with these kids. They dressing weird. You know what I'm saying? I can't fuck with that shit. That shit ain't real hip hop. And then I posted a cover of Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five.
With that stuff on.
And they had all that crazy shit.
Yeah.
Is this real hip hop? You know what I'm saying? So we can't be on that type of time. We need to really embrace the youth. And if they disrespectful, I ain't fuck them. We tried, you know what I'm saying? But at least try, you know what I'm saying? To embrace them and give them some knowledge of the history of this shit and the business side too. Because, buy some property with some of your advance money, invest some of your royalties, man, because this shit might not be what it is 5 years from now. It's already people infiltrating the culture, trying to take it over and make it like jazz was, you know what I'm saying? How jazz went out.
Right.
If that happened to hip hop, I want all these young dudes getting money right now to be set for life,
That's right.
Let's just give them some game, give them some jewelry, man. And yeah, man, we gotta be historians. I just love it, dog. I got tape collection. You see the guys on my wall on the other side. I got the Beastie Boys, Run DMC, EPMD. You know what I'm saying? I got NWA over here, the DOC. It's just really
Wall of Fame.
Yeah, man. And this is our culture, fellas. You know what I'm saying? When we came to the soil over here in the slave ships, we ain't really have a culture because they stripped it and they robbed us of our culture. You know what I mean? When you see other, races walking around with, like a Samoan to have his cultural dress wardrobe on, or the Chinese people, and they got all that, Black Americans, they robbed us of our culture. They took it from us, and matter of fact, they beat it out of us and whooped it out of us when we was trying to observe and preserve our culture and our ancestry. So hip hop became the culture that we grabbed onto, and it is a culture. It ain't just a genre of music. It's the way you talk. It's the way you think. It's the way you dress. It's the way you communicate with each other. And it's the music and the arts and all that other stuff. So it is our culture, and we just got to make sure we pass it down. And I don't care if you're black, white, Mexican, Asian, whatever. When you come inside the culture, you need to learn about the culture and pay some respect to the culture that you're a part of, man.
Amen.
Speak on it.
Yes, sir.
we've been there doing a little dance for a minute, man, and I want you to once again know that we highly appreciate you taking time out your day
Yes, sir.
to spend some moments with us to kick the knowledge,
Yeah.
and expound on various different topics. We truly respect that and thank you of that.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Man, you know that, man. You know how it go. You mentioned something last time you was on the show. Well, we spoke about something, and then you further spoke about this homeless issue we had talked about. Have you been through the city lately and seen what it look like now since that last
Yeah,
time?
man.
Yeah.
It's not good, man. And that's another job. Like hip hop used to heal shit.
Mm.
We need to come through with that mentality again, and come through and hit. And I say hip hop because I view a lot of things through a hip hop lens. I view a lot of shit through a music lens.
Mm.
And hip hop came through the hood and gave out jobs to rappers, producers, managers, studio engineers, show promoters, venues. It just created paychecks for a lot of people, and it changed the lives of a lot of people.
Sweet.
So now it's time to take that energy again. We go through Long Beach, we see all this going on. Let's organize something, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, I was filming a video, The Holy Cloth, and it was a homeless dude out there. You know what I'm saying? And he just heard the music bumping, and while I was doing my part, and he come from under his blanket like, "Is that crooked?" You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I had Herb on it. Herb was directing it. Herb stopped the cameras. We all look around. He up under a tree in a blanket, like, and I'm like, "What's up, homie?" He was like, "Oh man, I heard that voice on that beat. I knew that was you." You know what I'm saying? And he came over there. I gave him some bread. Like, go do what you do. What you do? You smoke, drink, you eating. What you doing here? You know what I'm saying? And that also let me know that we thinking that it's all people that's crazy and too far gone to help. This man spoke to me with great knowledge. You know what I'm saying? He spoke to me. We communicated. We had a good conversation. It's people out there that need our help. They not all far gone like we think. It's a lot of people that we can help, and they just one paycheck away or one opportunity away from being back on track, man. So
for sure. Yeah, because one of the dudes I grew up with, he created a nonprofit, or he's part of a nonprofit, and then they've been running around cleaning up some of the locations. I think the city should be doing themselves, and Caltrans really. And it's kind of strange to me that when you have to have a private sector individuals come in to clean up what you already take tax money to allocate to do this for. It's like that's like with the kids. If the state gives the lottery gives this money up for the education for the kids at the school, why does teacher got to go out, and teachers don't make no money, man? In the public school, most of these teachers don't make no gang of bread, bro. It's heartbreaking.
They don't make no money, dog. The school around here by my house, I gotta help finance Black History Month every year.
Oh
wow!
You see what I'm saying? Because it's not mandatory to teach it in the school district. So, in order for the kids to learn something about Black history, I got to come out of my pocket, which I have no problem doing. But it's like you said, it's a private citizen coming out, and I'm buying all kind of candy and snacks and games. And if you get it right, like, okay, who said I had a dream? And the third grader say Martin Luther King, then he win a snack or some candy or some kind of toy or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's 600 students in there. So if we, financing Black History Month for 600 students, that's a nice little chunk of change.
Yeah. That, and you paying taxes, and your tax money going somewhere else where it's supposed to be going where where it should be going, not in general funds, it be going towards education. It just trips me out. They all got all kind of little methods to explain why this and that. And man, come on, them politicians, those are, come on, man, stop, get your hands out the kitty, man. Y'all putting your beanies and your hands in the kitty. Come on, man. Lighten up a little bit. Let the money go down to where it can go and help the kids, man.
Let's make the world a better place, because you know what I'm saying, let's leave it better than we found it. You know what I mean? Because
yes, sir.
You know, a lot of people might not be hip to the prison pipeline, but they looking at third grade test scores and deciding, oh, we're gonna need this amount of penitentiaries built 15,
20 years down the road.
20 years down the road, because these third graders score so low, destined to go to the pen. You already wiping them out instead of saying, you know what, when scores this low, they kind of lead to a different type of life. So let's go in and fix that, so they don't have to go there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But they're not doing that. Instead, they just building getting the cells ready for them.
Exactly.
So they can get that money, off the industrial complex. You feel me?
Yep.
Get that what you call that, index. You know what I mean? Get that index number for put you on. Get that in Wall Street. You know what I mean? It's a cold thing.
Man, it's a business.
Exactly. What I found out recently in the last couple of days, I was talking to my cousin, and she tells me, I asked her a question. She was like, "Yeah, this, that, and the third." And I think they test them twice. When I mean test is for gifted kids. You see, some of the children are gifted. I didn't know they test you at I think 3rd and 5th grade. I didn't know that.
Right.
I know I wasn't gifted. Everybody know that. But these are the grades that they test them one time and they test them again. I might have been, if I'm correct, was 3rd and then 5th grade. And then they match to see if the kid is gifted.
Yeah.
Put the scores together. Then they put you in some programs for gifted kids. You move you away from the pipeline crew. You know what I mean? To the crew that's gonna be probably fun in the pipeline.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I didn't know that. So that's some things that I was naive to know that that's how they run them scores. They testing kids while they going to school. So it's a trip to see things now that I didn't know many years ago.
Right.
So like I say, you can always learn something. You can always learn something. Keep your ears open, keep your mouth shut. Yes, I learned something this week. So anyway, I just had to drop that on the table, man. That was tripped me out about that. So,
yeah, man. Yeah, and I mean, like I said, I view everything, not everything, but a lot of things through the hip hop lens, and hip hop taught me a lot. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people some stuff.
You know what I mean? Like when KRS-One dropped, "You Must Learn."
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He opened my mind up to things that I didn't never even know. You know what I mean? That they wasn't teaching in school. You know what I'm saying? So part of hip hop's, purpose is to educate. I ain't saying you gotta do songs like that on every damn song on the album, but at least try to educate here and there. You know what I'm saying? Because we call that edutainment. We gonna educate you and entertain you. You know what I'm saying? At the same time.
I got you, big dog. Look, we've been had you on there for some time. I know you. Where you going tomorrow, man? Can we ask that question? Where you headed to, dog?
I'm headed to Phoenix, Arizona, man. I gotta make an appearance at the grand opening of a studio called The Wave. The homies gonna be down there. Yuck Mouth, Razzcast, Sloan Bone from the east side. And we just gonna go open up this new studio to the public, let them know it's open for business and that we give it our stamp of approval. And so I'm gonna be down there for a couple days. I come back, do some work, then I jet out to Vegas for a couple business meetings. And I'm gonna keep moving around and sanitize and got the mask on because I ain't trying to bring it back with me. Man, just trying to stay busy, stay foot on the gas pedal, man, and pushing the culture. That's it.
Got you, man. And I want to tell you before we let you go, thank you for doing Bar Masters as well. I really do appreciate that, man. Thank you for doing that for us. I know you was gonna be that goddamn good on it, but boy.
Hey, dog. I was just with shout out Willie. Eric Lee. I was just with them the other day. We was chopping it up, you know, trying to figure out ways that we could help the city. You know what I'm saying? So we had a real great conversation, and you know, the Bar Masters, man, is just the beginning.
For sure.
Just
For
the
sure.
beginning.
Thank you
Everybody
again.
go pump that.
Thank you. Anything? Give a shout out to Circle of Bosses, Horseshoe Gang,
Yes.
and Supreme Circle.
Yes.
So make sure I throw that out there.
Yes, sir.
Anything you want to say? Plug your stuff, man. Before we get out of here, man.
Hey, man. You know, right here, baby. You know what I'm saying? We got merch. Everybody go get some of that merch, man. Get a snapback, get a beanie, get a bandana. You know what I'm saying? Just represent. Move
real quick before you get up out of here, let them know where they can go get that.
They could go to any one of my social medias and click the link in the bio. You go, the link in the bio is going to take you to a couple places. You could either go get a bunch of t-shirts, hoodies, and all that, or you can click the other one and get the exclusive, the snapbacks and the beanies and ski masks and all that. So go to my social media, click the link in the bio, and you know, you support us. We just put the money back into the grind and we keep moving. You know what I'm saying? And shouts out to the whole COB nation, COB Ohio, COB Africa, COB Canada. You know what I mean? I know I'm forgetting people, but all the copsters, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to y'all. Salute. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. And we're going to just keep it going. We're going to keep it cobbing, man, until the world understand and feel us. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Crook, for hanging out with us again. Round two, and we looking forward to you know, doing things with you. Once again,
we got to do round three.
Yes. Yes. We on the line. This time we gonna get off the line. Thank you for tuning in with Crook. We out.
Artist Shield, baby.
Every day on the line. Every day on the line. Every day on the soapbox. Every day on the line. I remain every day on the line. Every day on the